NFC wildcard game. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Here we go with the Packer offense guided by their decorated QB with a long list of Pro Bowls and other accolades next to his name, of course. Aaron Rodgers leading the way.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long, better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they changed their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Not the one that starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks will strike first here in this wild card matchup. They'll try and throw for it. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And you know, listen, there's two ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw into the hands of Lockett. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 41, Rodgers. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
This is taken at the 15. That down is an 85-yard punt return. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they miss-hit the ball and kick it right to him.
And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Rodgers now on first down. Got a man, that's Richie James. Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10. And it's a Packers touchdown. Richie James, 75 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point up and through. And that trims the lead down to 9. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Ready, break! Hawk 70, Hawk 70! Ready?
Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. On second down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this one is incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 35. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And a solid run down inside the 30. 46 yards on the ground for him so far. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with the pass and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts? Passing versus running on 2-point conversion. Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The linebacker Jordan Hicks flying in there for the sack. Rodgers now after the sack. He'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get 1 play before the 2-minute warning. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun now on third down. He completes this to Walker. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Rodgers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. And he's got it. So the try for 2 is successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. And the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. On now is the Packers punter as he'll come. Away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. So we come upon halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they have made this look easy. There's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And Walker once more. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a first and 10 at the 11. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. They'll set up a throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Touchdown! Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 70. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Back to throw here. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. That's complete to Dobbs. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the 41, Rodgers, flush to his right. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 2nd and 3. Finding Walker complete. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll complete this one to Watson. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now, here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Straight ahead, Walker. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. They'll try and throw for it. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Tunyon's got it on the out route. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves him at 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Safe back at the 29. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And his kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Oh, nice move. 95 yards rushing for him now, as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the 2nd round. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Again, it's Walker. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Six yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. Down inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game.
Let's go now.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.